Have you been offered or given a year-end compensation change? Hey, I'm John with Contract Diagnostics, and it's early Q1 of 2024. I hear from physicians all the time that their compensation or their employer might be updating things. And that often means an addendum to the contract. I would hope it would be in writing anyways, but if it's not, let's always get those things in writing. There should be updates and addendums to any changes in contractual terms. But employers often issue year-end changes. It might be based on their fiscal budget. It might be based on CMS changes. It might just be based on that's the time that they do it. I'll say if you are offered an addendum, it's important to not just sign it, but to understand what the changes mean, if it's fair, if it's not fair. And of course, how you could, or your group as it may be, not you individually, but the group collectively, if they're issuing it to more than one physician, can discuss and maybe negotiate it with your employer. If there are significant changes, definitely have everything reviewed. If they're offering a whole new contract instead of just an amendment to the compensation structure, all of those documents should be reviewed by a professional. But I think it's important to understand the timelines that they're going to give you. I think it is complete disrespect if they issue you a letter on a Friday saying we're updating compensation, bring these back Monday, signed. I don't think that gives you time to understand, evaluate, discuss with your colleagues, and maybe even have it reviewed. So I would definitely want 2 weeks to discuss and understand the changes, be able to ask questions, potentially even ask for some changes. I do think it's important that you discuss with your colleagues. I think it's important that you guys make sure that you all understand it, that you're all in agreement, and that it's fair across the board if, of course, you're issuing multiple changes and addendums across the entire division or department. But I do think this is a great time, if you haven't had a raise or an increase in pay in multiple years, to raise your hand, to discuss things, whether your contract is renewing in the summertime or whether it's renewing on a calendar year. I think it's a great time to bring up if there aren't any changes, and there haven't been for quite some time, this is the time to do so. So early in the year is a time when a lot of employers will issue changes. If you've been offered one, reach out to us at Contract Diagnostics. Of course, it's what we do every day. Again, I'm John, and we're always here to help.